Welcome to In the Green Room. I'm Kinga.
And I'm Chad.
And I'm Jenine Porvin.
And we are having an exciting show with you today because we are talking about
Style Fix. And that is the name of my business. I started it about a year ago, and I'm just living my best life, helping people make better choices in their fashion, whether it's more sustainable choices, the perfect outfit to wear on a trip, how to shed your past self and move into your new self and reach your goals. And it's been just the most rewarding thing ever.
It's so exciting having you on because a lot of people don't know what to wear for that next date. You know, you're finally single. You know, you're single and you want to mingle, and what do you wear? Chad, you are recently single. Do you always know what you're going to wear?
For a while. No, that's not.
How long are you single for?
A while. Over a year.
That's not a while. But
yeah, it is.
So like, if you
single and happy.
So if you came and helped him style his wardrobe, because I think
you're the one who's more indecisive about your outfits. And
I do. He's
yeah,
right.
I know exactly what I want to wear.
He's right.
Yeah,
let's focus on me.
Don't
He's
project
right.
this on me. Yeah,
he's right. Let's focus on me.
Yeah.
I don't know what to wear, and it does take me a while to decide what to wear.
You're the person that could walk into a mall and spend 4 hours in there and walk out with nothing.
He's
just
right.
so indecisive.
And
he is right.
And that's
how do we fix that?
That's why I love helping people, because there's so much.
You're right.
It's not even just money that we waste on clothes; it's time.
Time, which is money.
When you don't know exactly what you're looking for or what works for you, you can spin yourself out and waste so much of your life shopping for nothing, buying the wrong things, and like clogging up your closet,
or finding nothing after you spend 4 hours. Like what he's saying.
Exactly.
I'll be like, I gotta find an outfit to wear to this thing, blah blah blah, and then I'll be like, I couldn't find anything I want to wear.
Exactly. And
so
when you
he's
have
right.
a clear vision and you have a plan, which is kind of what I do with my clients. We have a phone call beforehand. If it's in-person shopping, we chat first. What are your goals? Where are you going? And I even go as far as I kind of research where they're going. Like, where are you going on that date? Where are you going in Italy? What kinds of places are you going to? I look those places up. I'm a deep diver. And then I look at like, oh, what are the colors of that restaurant? I'm going to make sure my client pops in that color dress because the booths are this color. I go hard. So it's
that's perfect.
Narrowing your vision down just helps you. Like, if you're going through the mall going, I need a green dress that goes all the way down to my ankles because it makes me look taller. Or I need a red dress that's shorter to show off my figure and my legs because they're nice and tan, or I've been working out. Like, cuts down your time. You now know what you're looking for. You know your list.
Well, so I can give you homework right now. I know that going forward, he's wearing green. I'm not. And this show is called In the Green Room. I would like, and Gabe should be wearing green. We should all be wearing green, and it should be like the green machine.
That's not a reasonable requirement to give our producer. He doesn't need to wear green. There's no uniform. You're fine. That's ridiculous.
I love what he's wearing.
Just be green in principles.
I'm just saying, I think that here and there, it'd be fun if we're all wearing some green. Chet does show up in a lot of green, and I don't. But I go shopping, I'll be like, I want to find something green, and I can't find anything. So you can keep your eye open.
I can absolutely keep my eye open. I'll make you guys mood boards with his looks next to your looks, and you can see how it looks kind of like, what was Beyonce, the group she was in, Destiny's Child, how they didn't totally match, but they were all the same vibes.
Yes.
Quite like that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'm not like focusing on what Chet's doing. I'm saying that I need to get more style to me. And even though you're now single and when you're going out ready to mingle, you could wear something more wow. But today you showed up looking really stylish.
I know. I really like that shirt, by the way.
Yeah, I do too.
And that looks like it's in your color wheelhouse. It's working.
Thank you.
Right?
It does, totally.
It does look good. So you get a new client, and what's the beginning? Like, how do you start off?
So it depends on what they're looking for. I personally like to start off with a closet edit, because even if they're saying, oh, I'm going to Capri, I just need you for Capri. Okay, but you might have amazing things for Capri in your own closet and that we can work off of, and we don't have to spin our wheels shopping. We don't have to, purchase something you already have, and sustainability. And it's not like if you have something that already fits that need, let's start in the closet. So I love a closet edit, and then also it's just the most beneficial.
Closet edit. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Gabe, did you hear that?
Closet edit.
Closet edit. What does that mean, Gabe?
It's when she goes in and changes up their closet. It's a new look,
just like editing a book.
Yeah, he's trying to work on stuff on his phone. You have to quiz him on stuff.
I go in. I was like, is he Googling what it is? I go in and I kind of go through. Well, first we discuss the goals with the first phone call, and then I go in and I'm like, well, these aren't matching the goals we talked about. You wanted to be polished. I'm seeing a lot of, like frumpy shapes and things and things that are faded. This isn't who you are anymore. You're an executive, you're a lawyer, you're making things happen for yourself. Let's make this closet reflect that, because when you're as a lawyer or a working mom or whatever you do,
or a music producer
/ single guy who's bobbing and weaving, you got to go in that closet and find something in 5 minutes or less. And if it's clogged full of things you aren't using, you're not going to see the winners. And once you
that you're saying it. So if you're not going to wear it, get rid of it.
Get rid of it. And it's also not a place to keep memorabilia. And that's another thing.
What do you mean by that? Like a Corona shirt that you shouldn't be wearing anymore?
And it's one thing if you have something like, my father gave me this. Okay, put it in a keepsake box upstairs. It doesn't belong in the getting ready section of your life. This is for getting ready only. And so don't keep the old Cabo Wabo t-shirts because they have sentimental value. You get one box, fill it up with your memories, put it upstairs away where you'll see it, in 10 years.
And donate the rest.
In 10 years when you move and you forgot you had the box, and donate the rest of it. And then you'll walk in your closet.
Donate to Goodwill. Don't throw it away.
Yes.
Goodwill. We love Goodwill.
There's a few other clothes donation places too. Some
Mom.
people are like,
Mom.
Yeah, that's true. Some people are all bent out of shape that Goodwill.
I'm a big Mom fan as well.
Yeah, Mom. We've had them on the show a couple times, and one of our best friends here, is on the board of it. So we keep telling everybody, Mom.
So some people try to say that the other ones are superior because Goodwill's not a non-profit, but Goodwill still does so much for like re-educating workers and getting them back in the community. And they still do a ton of recycling. Even if they are making money, their message and their mission is still great. So like, why demonize it just because they're making a profit?
Well, and you can't vilify them because they are teaching.
It's just the structure of their business.
That's right.
Oh,
it's not something wrong with it.
But they're taking in homeless people and fixing them up and then teaching them.
Oh yeah, giving them skills. Yeah, exactly.
Employing them. So
exactly. So
Goodwill is still a great.
No, I've never vilified Goodwill.
Oh yeah. And well, that's why I'm defending them and saying it's still a great place to donate your stuff. It's like a misconception. People think, it's not a non-profit. It's like not a good company. And no, that's not true at all. It's still a great, great company to donate to.
Oh, definitely. But
Jenine, yes. I am single. And I kind of like, sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I wear the same things. And even though I have a lot of things in my closet, so I do need you to come over and say, you know what? You've got all this stuff. Let's keep this. Let's get rid of this. But I've already done one of those, and I got rid of all the good things with a friend that just, not somebody that's an expert like you, just a good friend that came in and said, get rid of all these dressy things, get rid of all these sequence things. And now when I go to get dressed up, I'm like, I have nothing to wear.
I know.
That was a big mistake.
I've often been told when I do closet edits, either people tell me they did it wrong when they tried to do it on their own and got rid of the wrong things, or that they could have never let go without somebody being like, let's be real. If you haven't picked it up in 15 years, and if you haven't lost the 20 pounds in 15 years, I mean, no shame. I've yo-yoed more than anyone on the planet. But if you haven't done it in 15 years, it's probably not going to happen in the next year.
I love that.
Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Give it to your niece. Give it to Goodwill. Give it to you, Mom. It's not serving you. It's clogging up your usable space and your sight line to the winners.
And it's a waste of your time when you get ready. Because when I get ready, I'm like, I look through all this stuff. I'm like, bingo, I'm gonna wear the same dress.
Yep. And when I go through closets for closet editing too, I color edit as I go.
Now that's smart. Tell us about that.
I do everything. My system, I've literally had this since middle school, and I used to make people come to my house and see what I've done. Every time I would change it, I would be like, hey guys, do you want to see my closet? I Roy G. Biv'd it different this time. It's going from black to white instead of white to black. So it's really sad that it took me until now to figure this career plan for myself, but here we are. But I basically do white to black, and I won't bore you with the procession of it. But I kind of do like tanks, short sleeve in one section, And then I do the long sleeve in one section because the long sleeves tend to drown out the other things. You can't see them.
But it's brilliant. You have to do that. Long sleeve
Oh,
together,
definitely.
tanks together,
And I
short
mix,
sleeve together.
like,
Do you do that? I doubt it.
No, I try to keep my stuff, divided in such a way. It's smart.
But not that way. I doubt
Maybe
you do
not
that.
quite that way. That's smart. Yeah.
That is smart. Okay,
Yeah.
that is smart.
And then I'll mix like blazers, jackets, cardigans in with a long sleeve anyways because they're all kind of the same length of arm and tidy and nice. Long dresses in one section, short dresses in another.
That's so smart.
And then I will even hang shorts and pants by their loops. You can fold them in half and hang them by their loops. You can see the whole pant
I love that.
in short, and that people have been loving that. And it's just an easy way of seeing things. When they're folded and stacked, you can't tell like, oh, that's boot cut, that's straight leg, and it just becomes a sea of blue or beige or black. This is so much easier and faster in the mornings. And then I line up your shoes and your purses. Everything is color coded, and you know exactly what section to go in for what you're looking for. And it just makes
I
everything
absolutely love that. I can't remember the name of the expert that we had on. We had an expert that was on here a couple times. She came all the way from California. She wrote a couple books about getting rid of all the clutter. She was like a clutter. She was on TV for like going in and getting rid of clutter. She was on a couple times and she was amazing. But for some reason, anyway.
I don't know what that means. What are you saying?
For some reason, my son
the name
said
home in the name. I feel like I've seen some of her work that she's done.
For some reason, my son was like, she's been on 3 times. There's nothing new content. Don't have her on again. But I want to have her on.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
I'm not gonna say. I
don't even know who you're talking
anyway,
about.
I'm not gonna say.
So I need to make a really good impression for Gabe, is what you're saying. Okay. Free makeovers for Gabe. I won't even charge you. Don't worry.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Anyway, so let's get back to this. So I need to declutter, and I've realized that I do prefer to wear dresses, but somehow I went on this like rampage where I was buying like all these like outfits, these like Lululemon, like the jacket, the pants, the shirt, and it's all like matchy. And I've noticed in the last 3 years, I don't even wear that because I'm like, I have great legs. It's always hot. If it's cold, those aren't warm enough. So I'm like, but they're kind of new, but I don't like them. What do I do?
And so if they're new enough that you are like too good for Goodwill, is a welcome to Poshmark situation. And if you
tell us about Poshmark.
Okay,
Do you know about Poshmark?
I love
Poshmark.
Is that where you resell clothes?
You
basically?
resell and you buy. I'm not kidding. I will show you the bag that I brought in here today.
Okay.
I had a friend who's very fancy and I adore her. And she bought...
Is she the friend I met?
No. She lives in California.
Okay.
And she had a wood YSL tote bag, like all wood beads. And I was like, well, that's stunning, but I'm not going to spend $3,200 on wood beads. Like, what is running through those shreds of wood or beads, and are they going to break when I put my tripod in there, or my kid's water bottle that weighs 20 pounds? And so I was like, not going to happen for me. So I went on Poshmark and I just put wood bead tote bag. And I found one for $12, and it was that Lasac brand. Do you remember that brand?
Yes.
It's like the 70s or 80s. Beautiful, perfect condition. I think it was $12, and it looks almost the same as her bag.
I love
it serves
that.
that purpose. It serves the same piece that like makes me happy. It goes with all that same type of bohemian style that the expensive bag would, but it's less and it's less waste.
So it's not name brand, but it looks the same.
No, I mean, and it's a reputable, nice brand too.
That's
It's
awesome.
been around forever.
It sounds like you have all the Lululemon stuff, which would probably keep some of its value because it's a nice brand. So you should just sell that stuff for like.
That's 100% a sellable.
Yeah.
pile.
Okay, that's good to know.
Oh,
Take
yeah.
like half of it off or 70% off, and it'll sell.
Well,
It's
this
all
is the thing, like, I have all that stuff, but once again, like I said, I have great legs. Like, I get so many compliments. I'm like not trying to brag on myself, but like everywhere I go, people are like, you have great legs. So when it's hot outside, I'm like, I'm gonna wear pants and cover it up. And then when it's cold, it's not warm enough. So it's like, what?
And I have to tell you that
It's not dressy
in the
enough.
last few years,
So,
leggings are just not doing it for me. They are so tight, and when I sit down, they're like crushing into my back. And if you want to show off your legs, a tennis dress. I don't play tennis. I picked a racket up one time. I work out in tennis dresses, in classes too. They have built-in shorts. I'm not flashing anyone, but I feel more comfortable if you were to call me and say, hey, you know what, I had fun with you on the pod. Let's go to lunch. I'm more likely to say yes if I'm wearing the tennis dress than if I was wearing the leggings. Because if I'm wearing the leggings, I don't feel like
You're exactly
I feel
right.
frumpy, or I feel stereotypical Scottsdale mom. I feel this. I don't feel great about myself in those kind of outfits.
I agree
don't know
with you.
about
It's not dressy enough. But
100%.
if you're in the tennis dress, let's go.
Done.
We're
Little
done.
Sweater over your shoulders from Poshmark, and you're good to go.
So we're learning about Poshmark. What do you think of My Sister's Closet?
I have been the biggest My Sister's Closet stan since I moved here.
Okay.
And I have been here 17 years, and I've been shopping there for 17 years.
Have you been there?
They sell menswear too.
They have a big selection, and no men shop there.
Huge. The world would be your oyster over there, because
It would be.
There's always
Isn't
one
that?
guy rolling through there.
There's never a guy in there, and there's a huge men's section. So, and it's right there behind AJ's on Lincoln and Scottsdale Road.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And it took
So.
me a good 6 months to realize what it was, though, because I had one close friend when I moved here. You met her, Lisa.
I love her.
She's the best.
She's great.
She's the best.
She's great.
And she kept telling me, oh, thank you. I got it at my sister's closet. And I kept thinking, I'm like, her sister doesn't even live here. And like, she's the older sister who's like more into fashion. So it's so odd to me that like you keep finding things in your sister's closet you want to borrow. And lo and behold,
That's funny.
lo and behold, it was a store, and she finally set me straight. And then I'd go back home to Michigan to visit my parents and my friends, and I'd be out at the bar, and people would pull me aside and say, wow, you've had a real fashion glow up since you've moved to Arizona. Are you making more money now? And I was like, no, I just found a consignment shop. So
My sister's closet.
I'm wearing better brands now, but for like my, Forever 21 prices, but I'm,
That's awesome.
wearing like decent brands now.
So Ann Sims started that. I think she's still the owner, and she's a genius to have started that. Like, think about it. You bring have you heard of My Sister's Closet?
Yeah, it's like an upscale version of Buffalo Exchange.
Mhm.
Like Buffalo Exchange is like
And
the one
more
that's
for-
closer to Tempe, like ASU campus. So it's like a clothes exchange place where they will give you value for your clothes, but it's not as upscale. So if you have something nice, you should go to My Sister's Closet, because that's it's in a nicer area, so you'll get a way better offer.
Well, actually, I took
definitely.
this friend of mine, I think I mentioned it a little bit ago, that came in and said, oh, get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of that. And now when I get to get ready, I'm like, I don't have anything. But I do have a huge credit there.
How do you know if something is good enough to be taken to My Sister's Closet versus in the it needs to be donated category? Is it all about how many times you've
Good
worn
question.
it?
Oh,
Is it
that's
about
a great
what
That's a
brand
good
it
question.
was?
That's a great question.
That's a great
I wish you
question.
were close enough to high five. That is a great question.
Wait, here we can still do it. Do cheers.
High five.
Do cheers.
Don't
Cheers.
spill the
Yes,
drinks.
there you go.
Wine glass. Ooh.
You want to get
There
the
we go.
wires. So that is a great question. I look for pilling and stains.
Oh, wait. Tell people what that
Yes.
means.
So pilling is when.
Do you know pilling? Let's
Do you know
ask
what
Gabe.
pilling, Gabe, is?
Yeah, Gabe, what's pilling?
Okay, I thought
Chet, do you know
everyone knew
pilling?
Is that when the threads start to come out?
It looks like, no, it looks like
Especially
little,
in
like,
t-shirts,
looks like almost like cotton
little
balls.
bumpies, like the little
Bumps.
bumpies all over your
That's when the
t-shirt.
threads are
when
starting
you-
to come out, right?
No.
Is it the threads?
It almost, I don't know.
It's just-
It doesn't
like
look
top
smooth.
marks. It's terrible. It's just like, I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
so
it could be.
that's a
you could
part
be
of the
right.
layer
Maybe
of
they
thread
thread
that's
something.
gone from time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It almost looks like it's like bumpy, like you said,
Yeah.
bumpy. Like you're saying, threads are coming out.
And
Yeah.
it's just not. It's not wearable. That's
It
when
looks
I-
used.
It's when and I've tried. There's sweater
Pilling.
shavers and
How do
things
you-
you can do. I will if something's quality enough. I will, and I bring a sweater shaver with me too sometimes. Because
What's that?
A sweater shaver is like a little cordless device. It's about yay big, and you run it over sweaters and thicker
Oh.
materials, and it eats up the pilling.
I did
But-
not know you could do that.
but I
Oh my
will
God, I
tell
learned
you-
something.
But I
Woo!
will tell you that you just
We can do
have
it.
to know it's between that and the Goodwill pile. It's because you it is a 50-50 chance you're getting a hole in it. You just have to know that going in.
So you use the machine, you
Use the
do
machine,
that.
but sometimes it just does a zip and you get a hole. And so and I've tried being so gentle and so flat, and you just have to know going
But hold
in.
on, like if you're
It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
huge-
But if you're at the sister's closet and you're grabbing this top and you're going to go to the register and you've got your big credit there, and you're gonna get this possibly, and you use that machine, and then boom, it does the whole.
Yeah.
Before you buy it, what happens?
My hard fast rule is I won't ever buy anything from consignment if it's pilled, because I know there's such a chance that I'll get a hole in it when I try to fix it. But if it was mine and it was sell or donate, then I'll do it. Or never wear again or sell, then I'll do it then.
Okay.
And then I have a whole theory about, you know, when to let something go or just try to hack it. I don't know if you want to get into that.
Yeah, let's do that.
So I had this theory in the last year. I had all these things hanging up in my closet that I'm like, I love this lace skirt, which I bought on Poshmark.
Yeah.
It was that sheer black lace look that's super in. And it had like a built-in like kind of panty thing,
Yeah.
and then you wear something longer on it to kind of cover.
Oh, I love those.
And
I know what you're
I
talking
put it
about.
on
Those
with
are
the
pretty.
tallest heels, and it had eyelash lace along the bottom. I'm sorry, you probably won't know what this is. Eyelash lace is when it's not straight on the bottom, it has like a design even at the bottom. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And
He won't know. So can they
so I
tell them?
She just
Yes.
explained it.
So
So
that
yeah, it
they
has
know
a
when their
design on the
girlfriends have it.
bottom, and if I had hemmed it to my height, because I'm only 5 foot tall, it would have ruined the whole look. And so it just sat there and sat there and sat
Yeah.
there. And then I was, of course, going to Vegas with a girlfriend, and I'm trying to find something fun to wear without having to spend money or waste anything. And
Being sustainable.
And
Because we're here
so-
saving the planet.
Yes,
One
one
show at a
one
time.
One Vegas outfit at a time.
One Vegas at a time, or
And-
one outfit at a time.
Exactly, one
Yeah.
outfit at a time. So I was like, you know what? I've been seeing on Instagram a lot where these models and these celebrities and Instagrammers are wearing their dresses longer and dragging behind them a little bit. So
Love
what's
it.
the difference if I let this skirt drag a little bit on the Vegas hotel,
Doesn't
and I
matter.
just clean it when I get home or throw it away, but at least then I used it.
You
It's
got
not
enjoyment.
sitting in my closet and then going to Goodwill. I'm going to try to use it. And I just had to
Love it.
make sure nobody was behind me giving me a flat tire.
Mhm.
And it was great. And I finally used it, and I wore it 3 more times after that.
That's awesome.
And that
Be able to
is
use
better
that.
than just
Yes.
getting rid of it.
It's better than getting rid of it. And if you have a pair of jeans that you're just like, they aren't worth the price of paying to get them hemmed, cut them. If you cut them wrong, so what? It's better than not trying at all. And it's better than letting it sit there wasteful at all.
I absolutely love that. So I have t-shirts that I'm like, I don't wear this at all. And I have a friend named Cheryl Cooper, and she doesn't wear any t-shirts that come all the way up here because she thinks that she doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And so her friend Lisa cuts them all. And she said, bring all your shirts and I'll cut them for you. And she cut them, and now they look way better. And I wear them.
Oh, 100%.
I love it.
I know a
You
ton
know?
of stylists who cut and crop t-shirts for people
Oh, yeah.
and cut the sleeves. I still have ones from my 20s that I thought, it might fall apart if I cut it. And I made like a Aerosmith t-shirt going off the shoulder. I still have it. And it's still.
Can I buy that
really
from you?
cute.
I want
Yes, you
it.
can.
I can buy it from you.
Yes, you can. But you can actually just borrow it because I might want it back.
I met Steven Tyler in Hawaii.
You did?
And I love Aerosmith. Yeah.
Aerosmith was
Yeah.
my very first concert, which I'm sorry because
Awesome.
I know my mom is going to listen to this. I only got to the concert because I was working at a video store, which really tells you how old I am. I worked at like a Blockbuster adjacent type of place. And my manager asked me if I could go to the concert. Her best friend came in who was like maybe 22-year-old man. I was like a 17-year-old girl. But he was super nice, and I knew I could trust him because he was friends with my manager, like best friends forever. He was like, oh my gosh, April, that was her name. Do you want to go to the Aerosmith concert tonight? I have tickets. And she's like, I'm closing tonight. And I'm standing there like shaking. My face is turning beet red. And he's like, I'm sorry, did you want to go instead? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes.
Stop it.
And
You
so
went.
I made my girlfriend that lived down the street come and pick me up and tell my mom she was taking me to the concert. And then she just dropped me off around the block where he picked me up and took me.
That's funny.
And he was a total gentleman, no creepy things, but that was my first concert.
How cute is that?
Surprised your friend didn't quit the job to go to the concert.
Right?
Like, who's like,
But,
I've got to
also-
stay and work at this video store.
I know, it was a sought after job. There was free
But
popcorn.
smart of you. Boom.
There was free popcorn there. It was sought
Was it
after.
You ended up
Blockbuster.
winning from the scenario, so.
You totally won.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
I
So
know.
what are we drinking? It's really good.
Oh, so this is a rosé. It is.
She picked it. I love it.
Côte de Roses, and it has a really pretty rose cut into the bottom of the glass,
Oh,
and
great.
a very handy glass top that does not need an opener. So it's great for camping.
And it's great for when we didn't have an opener.
Yes.
Martin's not here. We didn't have a bottle opener, so here we are. Do we have any more left? To have
Oh,
any
yes,
others
of
up here?
course.
Thank you. So Gabe, do you, if Jenine did a little makeover for you for when you go back to see your, when's the next time you see your girlfriend?
In like probably like a month, like 2 months.
Yeah. So let's do a little makeover.
Is that something you'd be into?
Because
Sure, why not?
I think we should do the next show where she brings the whole thing here and we dress you guys.
I think that would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be
That would
amazing?
be- I mean,
yeah.
Why don't you want to do it for yourself?
And
though?
me,
Yeah.
and me,
Yeah.
and me.
We can
I
break
never
this up
won.
over several episodes.
I've
I
never
have
won.
time.
I
I've
was
never
say,
won.
Gabe
Yeah.
has his look locked down. He always has his
And
style.
you do too. You do too. But I want to start with me. I agree. I'm number
Yes.
one to get the makeover, but let's get these two going too.
Yes, I think we can start with like getting you some tennis looks. The weather's warming up,
Yes.
and you might want some like go-to daytime looks that
Yes.
are just a little bit different.
I love that. And I want to say that I always wore dresses, and I was like dress. My grandma was like dresses. I was like always a dress queen. But then my husband of 32 years was like wear pants, just wear pants and t-shirt. And I did that for like all these years after that because he was always wanting me. My mother-in-law wanted me. She's like, just wear pants. She's always trying to get me pants. And then I lost my fashion because I was getting kind of like a little bit like, trying to please everybody else. And then one day my daughter had this girlfriend, and the mother, Marla and Cassidy, were like, oh, you should dress up more. And then we all started dressing up more. And then it was like the opposite. It went from pants and t-shirts to, we're wearing crystals everywhere and like sequins and way too dressy. So I want the balance.
Definitely.
Yeah. So let's work on that.
No,
Cheers.
I would absolutely love
Do you understand
to.
what I'm saying?
I would 100%. I
Yeah.
love that. And I also feel like when I moved here, I went into, and I've always been a dress girl, but
So I don't want to work on
and
Gabe.
it's
I don't want to work
very
on
hot.
Chet.
We'll
Let's work
start
on
with
me.
you. And I think
I'm the
you
mess.
guys, and then if we do
I'm the
her
mess. Let's work on
episode
me.
first, then you guys are going to
Yeah.
get jealous. And
Exactly.
then you're going to want to.
They'll get jelly and they'll be like, oh, I want to be jelly and get into the Nelly. So I
It's-
want to get into this.
It's so fun. I'm not gonna lie, and I've styled even some
Focus
of
on
my
me.
closest girlfriends
Yeah.
who I was like, oh no, she's a lawyer and she's like so business, and like what if I like don't want to have to tell her this, or what if she doesn't like what I get for her, and it's never like that. It is all high fives and hugs and laughter, and is this giving Austin Powers, or is this giving this? Like, we have the best time in the dressing
And we'll have
room.
fun. And
We have the best time in the dressing rooms. We have the best time, and when I meet new clients, it's just seamless. Because it's a fun time, and being styled, it's like getting to be on your own TV show. It's
Yeah.
all about you and how to make you glow and work with your skin tone and your hair and your body, and then you just leave feeling incredible. And it's
so forget about these
coolest thing.
two.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
go with
start.
me.
We'll start. You know what? That's
I pull up in the Porsche. I've got the Louis Vuitton. I've got the jewelry, but then I show up in this like frumpy outfit. Let's fashion me.
yes.
Can we do that?
This is not from beef, but yes, I know.
I
how
mean,
you
today's
feel.
like this is a uniform dress.
Totally.
Let's talk about
And
uniforms. I have a uniform
we
dress.
talked about uniforms
Let's
earlier.
talk about
Yes.
uniforms. Like I feel happy in this dress.
And uniforms are key. That's why
Yeah.
Steve Jobs.
Oh, wait, you just hit on something huge. The number one most important aspect of fashion or style is that you're wearing something that makes you happy.
I'm happy
So you
in
just
this.
hit on the most important aspect. Like
Yeah.
somebody like Keanu Reeves, in my opinion, is just as fashionable as somebody like ASAP Rocky. Even though Keanu Reeves is almost always just wearing like something simple, black suit or simple black
Yeah.
shirt. That's just what makes him happy, but he always looks good rocking it. Versus ASAP Rocky, he's always wearing something grandiose. He's wearing like the next new
100%.
fancy, flashy Louis Vuitton or Prada or something. So And I think they're both doing it right. It's just they're each dressing to make them happy and show their style. And that's what fashion should really be about. It's not one single right way to do it. It's about what makes you happy.
But I love that you're saying that, because that means I need to get more dresses like this. Because
totally.
this dress I feel so comfortable in. It doesn't wrinkle. I can like scrunch it up into a little ball in the back of a.
It sounds like that's what you're good at. You're good at
Yeah.
finding what works for that person
Yeah.
and makes them happy.
Oh, definitely. Because
Yeah.
I never want to convince someone like, hey, you hate say someone hated showing their legs. I'm not going to be like, let's put you in micro shorts and
Yeah.
mini dresses.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, okay, well, let's get you in like a long, slinky silk dress that like makes you look long and lean and feel glamorous, or a billowy long pant that makes you feel like chic and elevated. There's so many amazing pieces and vibes out there to take on. Just like you said, minimalist Keanu Reeves versus maximalist ASAP Rocky.
Mhm.
They're both great.
Yeah.
And I bob and weave every day between like, I love minimalism and maximalism.
And is your
I love it
husband
all.
like any of your doctor husband?
Yes.
Is he flashy, or is he conservative, or
He
do you
is
dress
a
him?
mountain man. I know nobody would think that I would pick a mountain man, but I did.
So he's just always plaid and jeans, probably?
No,
or?
he's not like cowboy mountain man. He's like REI mountain man.
Okay.
But he, over the years, has kind of got his like
Mhm.
going out uniform. He has his uniform.
Yeah.
He
That's
loves
my
like
uniform.
his earth tones. He loves an earth tone. He likes a rust and olive green, and we'll get later into that about like people's color seasons and how
I love that.
if you
Yes.
shop within
Future
your
shop.
color season,
Yes.
it is definitely a way to cut down on waste. Because
So
people
smart.
are buying things that they like because of the shape or the style, and they get home, they're like, it just looks
Smart.
off, and they don't get that it's like so not their color or not their shape
And
or
there's
their length.
what do you think his color is?
I think he's pretty close to that. Like, I don't think
Green and
you're
black.
definitely in autumn, but you're maybe like in the autumn range. But we have to look further into that. Sometimes I can tell right away. I'm definitely not a color specialist, but I'm starting to become one. But I think that color is definitely flattering on you.
Thank you.
I mean, I think he looks good in dark colors, but then I'll see you in like ivory colors, and I'm like, wow, that looks like you should go on a date with your girl.
But I do definitely think, olive greens, I think brown would look amazing on you.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
browns.
Cool.
Rust also.
I don't like wild colors on him. Like a long
like the
time
very
he
brights.
like he used to do just like bright pink and bright purple. I don't like it on him anymore. I think like as he gets like into his late 20s, I think it just is more classy to do olives
I
and
think
greens.
so too.
Yeah.
Even navy, I can see
Yeah.
navy being really great on you.
I
I'd
mean-
stay away from like bright colors and pastels.
I mean, Sean
I think
Diddy does all
all
that
the
bright
other-
stuff, and it's like, look where he is.
Yeah, let's not do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Let's not do
You're
that.
saying he like assaulted people because he was wearing bright colors?
Okay, let's
What
take
do you-
this out.
Yeah.
It's at
Okay,
the
we'll
What do you
have
mean
to
it's
edit
funny?
that out.
Edit
no,
This is
funny.
funny.
No.
What are you saying? Edit it out. It's funny.
Okay,
That's
so
your
Gabe-
comment.
Yeah.
I think you look
You think
at.
neon clothes are what
Yes.
drove him to torture people?
I think that if you look at Ralph Lauren, their colors are the colors that you are classic.
Totally.
You don't, you know.
Well, they make neon shirts. They make neon polos.
Maybe like polo for
Occasionally.
Ralph Lauren, but like
Occasionally.
Ralph Lauren is
is classic colors. Oh
His
yeah.
runway shows are so absolutely aspirational.
Oh my God.
And if you
Yeah.
want to talk about a sustainable king, Ralph Lauren, did you ever see that article he did where he was wearing a plaid, kind of almost burnt out, it was on its last
Wow.
leg, flannel, and he said, oh, this shirt, he says, I love this shirt. I feel so good in it. It feels so worn in and
Love
soft,
it.
and it just lays right, and my shirt is from Kmart. I was shocked, but I was not. And he just has a
No, but if you study just Ralph Lauren fashion, it's all sustainable colors, sustainable materials. He doesn't do it's like cotton.
Well, the story she just told
And silk.
touches on the fact that he just dresses to wear what makes him happy. He found
Yeah.
something he
100%.
liked at Kmart.
Yes.
He
Yeah, I
didn't
love
care that
that.
it wasn't
Yes.
a name brand. If anything, it's like an embarrassing
It's true. It's
brand
true.
of,
100%.
to some people.
And just study Ralph Lauren because it's timeless.
It really is.
It's
And I looked at
timeless.
his last
It's
runway
timeless.
show, and I thought to
I
myself,
see you as the next Ralph Lauren model.
I
I
can
do.
see that look. I think I like the Ralph Lauren vibe for you. I really do. I
Right?
what I
I
really
do
would love
too.
to see him in, not
Tell me.
like right this second because we're going. It's 102 degrees today. A brown suede jacket.
Wouldn't that be
An olive
amazing?
suede jacket would look with your hair and your.
He'd
height.
walk into a club and people would be like,
Oh my god, done. Deceased. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
We're
Sure.
definitely
Because when
we're
you're-
definitely doing a style haul for you in the fall.
Okay.
Like in the next week,
And
we've
by
got
fall,
a
I
boom.
mean like end of November when we can wear suede.
Okay.
You know what? Somebody's in there like, they're 21, 22. You can get off with like a Corona t-shirt. But you get into your mid-20s and you gotta wear some
You
style.
do. You do. And
See,
we're-
I am so different on this
You do,
opinion. I
yeah.
love wearing stuff that makes people laugh. I
No,
don't care
no.
if somebody thinks, oh, that's
Tell me.
silly or that's
Tell me.
low class. If I try to make somebody laugh, so worth it. Like I have so many of those shirts that have just like
Yeah.
ridiculous jokes on them, or you see it as like a tourist trap, and you're like, I always am the one that falls.
There might
back.
be a burglar that
buys
comes in
it.
and steals his shirts.
Might be able to set that up for you. No,
Ironically, today
Yes.
he had a car crash in front of his house, or like not a car crash, but like somebody that like hit a boulder. What happened? I don't even know.
Somebody
what happened.
drove into the front yard and hit a rock.
Maybe they
It's
were
not a
trying to
big
steal
deal.
his shirts. That could have been.
That could have been. Was
That
it
could-
you?
You're trying to imply that they're not good shirts. So this is going against your theory.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't
So-
think your shirts are good. At a
Okay.
certain age,
Okay,
after I'm
that-
21.
After
So is that what this
a certain age-
podcast is really about? You can't. You brought me on here to say you don't like my
swear
shirts.
It's not an intervention.
That's what this is all
It's
about.
not. It's not an
We
invention.
met
For me,
very
it is.
organically, actually.
Yeah.
And it was.
I
not
didn't
about
even
you,
meet her. Yeah,
Um,
somebody met her and then introduced me.
But
I want to intervention me.
Yes.
I'm not dressing good.
Yes. We'll do you first, and then you're gonna
Yeah.
be so jealous. You're gonna want to be next.
Yes.
And you know what? Keep a few
Yeah.
of those T-shirts, but don't let that be your only thing.
Oh, it
Like-
definitely isn't. Like I
Like-
usually wear something more like this, but I love just switching it up. Like I'll go to a fancy restaurant wearing one of those funny shirts just to like watch people's faces, like
Ridiculous.
looking at my shirt.
When he's 21,
Yeah.
that's okay.
I know I still look good in
Yeah.
it. That's what fashion
No,
is
you
really
don't.
about, is
No.
knowing that you look
No.
good still.
No, I
So then you don't
disagree.
have confidence, and then you're not fashionable. So
No.
we got to the root of it.
When I look at a guy,
It's like
after a
it's like
certain-
Ralph Lauren. He still had confidence wearing that Kmart shirt.
oh no, he dresses
Yeah,
very
but
nice.
He does dress very nice.
He dresses very
But
nice.
I do think like
That's what makes him look great.
But
at
somebody
his
who
age.
somebody who
Yeah.
has that one-dimensional line of thinking would just go, "Oh, it's from Kmart. It's not classy."
So I would say you can keep a couple of those shirts, and then I would throw a Cabana shirt over top, and then just have it poking out. And then you know what? If you've gone through the
She's
whole
perfect.
night, if you've gone through the whole night and like the shirt hasn't worked for you, just button it up. It's fine. Problem solved.
Bail on
You're
it that way.
perfect.
Thank you.
You've got it.
Thank you.
She knows how to fix
and
it.
I'll circle back. You asked me about my husband's style. So,
But
in the
what I love is
beginning-
if there's a woman that comes on here and we want to fashion him,
totally.
like I'm not trying to fashion him. I'm trying to fashion me.
But what you're forgetting is that I'm trying to attract a woman who would find it funny that I'm wearing a Where's Waldo "Ball So Hard Motherfuckers Want to Find Me" shirt at Steak 44. Like, who would wear that?
Okay, but then that might be a girl that is living all day at a festival that.
What?
I think I knew what you were going with that. Yeah.
So you're saying any woman that has a sense of humor isn't fun? Like,
No.
that
But
doesn't-
I think here's the other thing too is you should let your personality speak for your personality too. Like you can just be
You're
funny.
perfect.
And if you walked in feeling like $1 million because your outfit slayed, then
Yes.
then you're gonna feel comfortable enough to tell her a joke instead of your shirt.
Oh, trust me, I'll do
So-
both.
Ah!
Too.
I
I
trust
love
me.
what she just said.
Trust me, I'll
That
do
was
both.
good. That was good.
I'll do both.
Yes.
You
Oh my God.
I guess my point though is too that I'm the person that I will grab this shirt or the funny shirt. Just like I
Yeah.
guess I'm the person who knows I'm gonna look good either way, so I don't really fret about my fashion that much. I like don't.
But you should. Because
I should change my outlook.
No,
on fashion.
because there'll be a girl like me. I mean, not like me. I mean, like let's say I'm going to a place and I see this guy that's like dressed like a slob. I'll be like, he's totally out.
Well, I'm trying to attract someone totally different than you. Don't you understand this?
Well, you're not. No, you're not understanding what I'm saying. There are women that are in his age bracket that are gonna be like, I like that guy's like has respect to dress nice,
and that is kind of if you want
right? How do you
and also
word
too,
it?
it
How do
depends
you
on what
word
you're
it?
looking for. If I knew more about, just like I said, I always have.
Maybe you want a hippie that's just like hanging out
I always
festivals,
have
like getting high all day. Maybe that's what you want, right? I don't
it
know
just
how to
depends
say
on what you're looking. I could help you more with your outfit if I knew who exactly you were looking for, but that could also be a discussion for another day.
And we'll do more of that.
Yes,
about
I
this.
would love
It's fun.
to. I would love to.
Yeah.
I love giving dating advice. I mean, I used to give dating advice before I gave fashion advice, but I didn't charge for that. So,
But you can do both.
yes, I can do both simultaneously. But to circle back about my husband, I will give him a compliment that when we first met, it was like all Moose Jaw t-shirts, which I'm not familiar. Like, I think they don't even exist anymore.
What are they?
Moose Jaw. It was kind of like a locally owned REI, if you will.
Oh, okay.
And he was famous for wearing them. He wore them constantly, which is kind of similar to your
Oh
situation.
my god, yeah.
And he was known for it. I think at one point I even got him a Moose Jaw birthday cake once. And one time for Halloween, we did a thing where we switched. I'm like, it'd be really funny. He got home from work really late. And we were like rushing to get to our friends. And he's like, do we have costumes? And I was like, no, but I have a great idea. We don't even need to spend money. Sustainable choices. You're going to dress as me and I'm going to dress as you. Here's and this was like 2009, 2010. This was like the Rachel Zoe maxi dress era with the floppy hat and like the bangle up your arm. And so I gave him a low cut halter, like boho dress, and he's hairy chested, and it has like a beard, so it was even funnier on him, and like big muscles on his arms, and I was like trying to get that bangle up his muscle, and he put on the big floppy hat, and I put on the Moose Jaw t-shirt, and a pair of his baggy jeans, which I had to put on with with my belt. And he still had a pager back then. This is how long it was. And actually, I think the pager had stopped working, but I jammed it in my pocket for
looks.
And it was, and I put like brown eyeshadow all over my lower face, and it was the best. And one of those, he loved the snap in the hat. Snap in the front, newsboy hats then.
Cute.
We have since phased those out, thank God. But now we went from that, which like it was fine at the time because we were younger, and now that we're older, he's got into the Cabana shirts, those knit polos that I'm obsessed with.
So you got him out of those ugly
He's found
t-shirts.
a couple. Yes, he's found a couple. And
You're not a t-shirt guy anymore
and
after
he's got a
25.
No, you don't know me then, because my obsession with going against conformity started from being sent to Catholic school where you're forced to wear uniforms. So I would wear belts that had funny jokes. I would get detentions for them sometimes, but that's where it started from. I would just try to do anything to not conform to what everybody was wearing. And so
you're not trying to impress a nice girl. That's okay.
No. I would want to be with a woman who isn't so shallow that she would judge me because I'm wearing like the wrong color or not a fancy enough outfit for the restaurant or something like that. But I always try to go out looking good. I don't. It's not like I try to go out looking like a slob and be like delusional.
Well, she dresses people. So what do you think about this?
The only thing I'll say about that.
This is a perfect show for you to be on.
I just met you, but I absolutely adore you, and I think you have a great personality, and you're super smart. The only thing I will say is that in no world do first impressions cease to exist. In any age, in any world, and it's a thing. It's a thing for everyone.
Yeah.
And even though you're trying to be funny, I feel like if you walked in with like a sick outfit that looked good, and the valet guy knew looked good when he walked in. You just like, and I
that is a good feeling. That is a good feeling.
Yes,
there is a good feeling. Without a doubt.
It's a rush, and you
I love it.
Just feel. So there's my my son. We recently took him to his first bar mitzvah, and I got him a full scale like hair. Took him for a facial. Got him a brand new outfit. I got the pants tailored. Gave him new shoes.
Yeah.
And he was 6 inches taller the whole night, high-fiving everyone, and it's a thing for guys.
But he didn't want to, but he did it.
No, you are right. There is.
He was happy. And I'm like, he's gonna talk to more girls because who is there? More 13-year-old girls.
And they look at you.
Almost 13.
You're right. There is something so great about that feeling when you have a fresh outfit on for that first time. There is something about that. You're right.
I still remember that from my 20s when I was single. Like going to, do you remember BB?
Yes.
And I'd get one of those, they love their suiting. And they had hot suiting. And I would get a hot little like suit outfit with shorts and this and all white head to toe. And I remember walking in holding a bouquet of flowers for a girlfriend whose birthday it was, and just walking in.
And you feel like you're that.
Jennifer Lopez in a slow walk in a movie, and I was like, this is it. No one can tell me anything.
Okay, so see, I guess the best way I can describe it is I mentally have myself up like that even when I'm just wearing my plain black Lululemon shorts or like pants with a plain black collared shirt. I still like have that buzz when I look in the mirror. Obviously, it's at a different level when you're wearing a custom suit like that.
Yeah.
But I guess I just have that confidence that I know I look good, even if I'm wearing a simple outfit.
But some women are into what you're wearing.
But that's just a preference thing, and if they're gonna cut me out of a conversation or of potentially like being interested in me because of that, then I'm not interested in them.
Okay,
because,
so
a good way I like to articulate it. What's that rule? You're not supposed to wear white after like Labor Day or something like that.
Those rules don't exist anymore.
Oh yeah, see, so that's the number one thing. If I hear something like that, I'm like, I'm definitely gonna wear white today because I don't conform to a stupid rule like that. So I guess my example is that if somebody was conforming to that type of a rule, they for sure would not like me because I'm gonna break those type of rules.
How do you feel about this? Do you conform to these rules? Come back here to this mic. Let's talk to you. Gabe, what do you wear?
He's not on the mic.
Gabe, come over here.
Why?
I want to talk to Gabe.
Okay.
So, if your girlfriend wants you to wear something more spiffy, will you listen?
Yeah, general. I mean, if it's for a special occasion or something, you know, like if like we're like coordinating something, sure, but I'm like Chet. I go against the grain most of the time, so. Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so you just want to wear what you want to wear. You don't care.
Pretty much, yeah. I've always been like that since high school and everything. So.
But if your girlfriend says, "I want to go to this nice thing," and I want,
he said for a special occasion, he will.
You will?
Yeah. I mean,
if she wants to dress you, or if our beautiful stylist here, Jenine, wants to style you, could we do it?
That's fine.
Will you dress it up and see what happens?
That's fine.
Can we do a makeover on you and Chet?
I can't say about Chet, but.
And by the way, I've never heard break someone's arm into agreeing with me. But I'll just tell you one more thing.
Okay. Is
that you can feel great in anything. You can feel great in the comic T-shirt and shorts.
Or your papal, the new Pope, the American Pope, his papal outfit. What do you call it? Papal.
I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what you call it. The festive or something.
I'm not sure.
I can confirm that doesn't look comfortable. That looks terrible to wear.
That's your friends.
It's definitely
what is the new
material.
Pope's outfit called?
It's weird they wear robes. I don't know.
Here's an answer from Wikipedia.
Pontiff, robe. Anyway, keep going.
I definitely heard the word pontiff when I watched Conclave.
It's pontiff. Okay, so we're in a conclave and we got the Pope outfit. Can we put them in Pope outfits?
I'm not exactly sure where to resource that from. But
we're trying to attract women, not children. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, Chet, that's not okay.
Okay,
that's called a joke.
Definitely not going to be happy with the
That's terrible. Don't say it.
Okay, let's rewind that one.
Not what the priest did. That's not what's terrible.
Okay.
A joke about it's what's terrible.
No, I know. Trust me, I know. What I would say in that respect is you might feel great in that. You might feel like a rock star in that. But how would you...
You're ruling out a lot of cute girls.
...her to feel? So you have to look at it from the other person's perspective, right?
What are they ruling out?
That's what I think. For a perfect example, when I go to meet a new client, I'm like, well, I'm the stylist and I'm doing a closet edit. I'm going to be up and down like a mini ladder. Yeah. I'm going to be pulling things out. I'm going to be pulling in racks to take stuff in. I sometimes even take all your garbage bags for you and donate them for you. So I should just be comfortable.
Nice.
They saw my Instagram, they saw my website.
Can I hire you to take his clutter out?
Yes. They saw I have style. Do I really need to bring it? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
Because I need to instill, I want them to feel confident when they see me that they made the right choice. And I want them to feel safe with me. And so if a girl sees you, that you made effort, that impresses her more. And she then just be funny. You can be funny. But if she sees that you put effort in, that makes her feel that you'll put in effort with her. And that puts.
Can I
it,
say?
Yes.
I ruled out. So I'm not going to say his first or last name. Blah blah blah. But my friend Anthony, if he's listening, he can know who this is. Anthony said, "Oh, I want to set you up with this guy. You know, he lives in Montana and he has a house in Yuma and Reno and Arizona. Blah 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 ranches. Blah blah blah. All this money." And he tried to set me up with him, and he said, "I think you guys would be a good match." And he'd show up in shorts and a scummy t-shirt and old tennis shoes, and he'd say, "Where do you want to go?" And I go, "Sanctuary." And he's like, "Well, I'm not really dressed for that." And I'm like, "Well, that's where I want to go." Or I named like 3 places, and that's the only kind of clothes he brought here, because you know he's got all these other ranches everywhere. And all of a sudden I'd say, "I told you that I like to eat it." And so he'd show up dressed like that, and I bring my sister, because I never date anybody unless my sister comes, because
That's the weirdest part of the whole story. What the fuck? Wait,
Well,
that's all we're gonna talk about.
I'm not
Who
gonna lie,
brings their
that might be-
sister on a date? What the fuck? That makes it not a date, unless you're like in Alabama. What the hell?
But I bring my sister
You make her
because
sit at another table with
No.
a piece
What the
or
fuck?
sit at the table.
She's like in
with
an FBI truck outside.
we'll do more shows about this. But anyway,
Okay, no, this is definitely we're putting
About-
it
this is
down
like-
for later.
but he just wear a sloppy t-shirt, sloppy shorts, sloppy whatever. And he'd be
Think of
like,
the story he's probably telling on a podcast. He's like, I went on a date with this insane lady who brought her fucking sister, and she thought she was gonna tell me what to wear. Who brings a sister to a fucking date? It wasn't a
Maybe
date.
he's like, and she
So-
only brought up really nice places. Does her sister just need to eat? Like, what is going
So,
on here?
but we went out many
Are they
times.
secretly connected by like a cord and
But
can't?
anyway,
It kind of
Be
sounds
more than
TL
20 feet away.
TLC show.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So we
Which
can
is
talk
what they do
again.
for bat
But I
shit.
completely
Okay.
ruled him out for 3 reasons.
He ruled you out because you brought your
Oh
sister.
no, he wanted to keep dealing with me.
Well, that's a
I-
red flag that he would want to keep dating you as you're bringing your sister.
I ruled him
He's
out
like-
because how he dressed.
Yeah.
I thought it was rude that he would show up in dirty tennis shoes and these scummy t-shirts, and I'd be like, "Well, we're going here, here, and here," and he's like, "Well, this is what I'm wearing." I'm like, well, "We're still going there," and he would, and we still get in because of who he is, but I thought it was rude, and I don't know. He didn't dance, and so I'm like, he doesn't dance, he doesn't dress up. He was nice to my sister though, so I kept giving him chances because he was nice to my sister.
This has been the most random date review ever.
I know.
But he dressed like a loser, or
I'm not gonna lie.
and
I
he's
hear
got
that a
multiple
lot
homes
from
and multiple
people.
ranches, and it's like, you dress like that, it's disrespectful.
It
I
is.
thought-
It's a
I
sign
thought.
of like the
Yeah.
effort you're willing to put in for someone is what you put in that evening.
Yeah.
So girls
I
will
didn't
see
like it.
that, potential girls will see that, and even if they're funny and cool and laid back and not like
Yes.
Scottsdale divas, and that's what you're looking for.
To be fair, I
they
would
might
never
still
wear.
say this guy is probably gonna forget my birthday if he forgot to wear a collared shirt to Steak 44.
I love
be
that you're
fair, though,
saying
I
that,
wouldn't wear-
and
I
he
wouldn't-
knows how much, and I know how much he's worth
But
because
to
his
be
friend was
fair,
trying
I
to
would
set us
never.
up.
I would never wear the
So-
funny shirt on a date. That would be like if I were
No.
like going out to
Yeah,
meet
but
friends
just,
or
if you're
That's
just
something.
stupid.
out where
That's
you can
stupid.
meet potential.
When you were
future-
18, 19, 20, but now that you're
Well, I'm just trying to
over
clarify that
25,
if I were going on a date,
Yeah.
I do care about what I look like
Do you
a
know
little
what
bit
I'm
higher
saying?
because I agree
after
with what you're
25,
saying.
you
that-
dress up.
You kind of do.
Well, no, I
I
agree
do.
that when you're going on a date, it does take it to a different
But we have
level
one
where
more minute.
you're
we have
kind
one
of
more minute.
representing.
She's going to be a regular. So how do we end
Yes.
this?
Um,
Tell us how to find you.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at style_fix FIXE, like a prefix menu, because I wanted to simplify things for people and not make the fashion process so complicated. So
Yeah.
at StyleFix. I'm also on TikTok, and I have a website that's stylefix.org.
And let's save the planet one more time
Yes.
with sustainable fashion.
Ah.
Yes.
Yay!
Thanks.
And we're going to fix these two
Remember,
up.
don't throw it
Yes.
away. Donate it.
But let's fix me up
or
first.
repurpose it.
Let's fix me up first. Forget about them. We're going to fix me up first. Bye. Love
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Save the planet one show at a time.
One show at a time.